Talking with Dr. Isabel from Doctoronamission.com. And well, this next question is about getting older. And I suppose as a population generally, we're living longer. And one of the, well, I suppose perceived side effects of getting older is our memory starts to go. And this question from Jonathan in Wellington: can we prevent Alzheimer's, or is it just something that happens? Does it happen to everyone? Is it preventable?
Most Alzheimer's is preventable, believe it or not. And the more I see people get Alzheimer's earlier and earlier in their 60s, it's blowing my mind because it's so preventable. Have you heard about the study from the Mankato nuns in Minnesota?
No. Sounds great.
It was a great study. There are these wonderful nuns, and I'm not going to tell you have to become a nun to prevent Alzheimer's,
Good.
okay?
I don't think I qualify.
Yeah, and this is not a joke. This is a real study.
Yeah.
So there are these nuns in Minnesota, and they live to be late 90s, early 100s, and none of them ever die of Alzheimer's. None of them get it. And so this epidemiologist, which is somebody who studies a population of people, asked, can I study you? And so they were studied for 20 years. You want to know what they found?
No, tell me.
When they donated their brains didn't have, they were the brains of 20-year-olds.
Wow.
And none of them had Alzheimer's.
Can I have a guess on this one? Is it the spiritual lifestyle? Is it the spiritual disciplines and I suppose the simple aesthetic lifestyle of being a nun? Did that contribute to their mental health?
It's one of the positive contributors, but there's a couple.
Yep.
One is, yes, of course, they had a love for God and they had a wonderful relationship with God. But number two, they served.
Oh, wow.
They served the world. Number three is they learned something new every year. So in their 80s and in their 90s, they were learning new languages.
Wow.
Yeah. Can you imagine? And, you know, like for me, I want to win a tango competition in my 90s. My husband's got to start training for it, but that's one of the things we're training for. And then the other thing is they ate clean food. You know, they worked in the garden and they ate really clean. And this is what's really interesting is they did things that stretched their brain. Yeah. Like they did puzzles. They would do puzzles,
Sudoku.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That word. And then they'd also do crossword puzzle, all those types of things.
So just like we exercise our body, exercising our minds, mental agility, that's something we can train that can prevent conditions such as Alzheimer's.
Yes. Absolutely. And just one more little tidbit. None of them were overweight because studies have indicated the bigger we are, the bigger our waistline, the smaller our brain. The bigger our waistline, the smaller our brain.
Wow.
Scary!
That's almost enough to scare me onto the treadmill, and certainly look at, my lifestyle and perhaps exercising my mind more. Is it the take-home point for Jonathan today? What can we do today to help us have healthier minds in our 80s and 90s?
Don't be afraid to learn something new. Don't be afraid to push yourself. Do puzzles. John Maxwell's got this wonderful saying, and he says, if you are growing, you will always be out of your comfort zone. So be out of your comfort zone, because know that you're stretching your brain and you're not going to get Alzheimer's.